Hello team, this challenge is hex-to-decimal, where we're given a hexadecimal code that is anything from 0 to 9, A to F, and we need to translate that into its decimal format. This can go pretty easy. We just jump over here. First thing that I want to do is I want to write a test. They actually guarantee strings will only contain these letters, but I like to safeguard it, right? You never know what's going to come in here. So I'm going to add in an if statement. And that's going to test if we have a valid hexadecimal code. It's actually going to test if we have a failing code. And if it does, then we throw new error, just like this. We return not hex. Seems like pretty good. Now inside of here, we want this to fail. But what we're going to do is we're going to test the hex and get the opposite of it. Okay, so that's where the exclamation comes in. And then we have a regular expression and we test against hex to see if all of this works, and we pass through, okay? Right here is the test. So we want it to be a complete string from start to finish, just like this. And inside of here, we have a range and as many of those as we want. The range is exactly that. It's 0 to 9, A to F, lowercase. So we're gonna set that to case insensitive. Great, okay? At this point, we have it. This regular expression will catch any hexadecimal, but we want the opposite of that if we want to throw the error, okay? Down here, this gets really easy, okay? We've had access to parseInt forever, since the version 1 browsers, okay? So we can actually just use that. We go number.parseInt, and we toss in hex, just like this, and we set what they call a radix, right? This is the base that we are translating from, okay? And in this case, hexadecimal is 16, right? If we were binary, we could do 2. Base 10 is decimal. That's our normal numbers, right? And I think this goes all the way up to 52. I forget. I'm not exactly sure why you'd ever use 52, but there it is. But for today, we just need 16. And that does it, okay? So very fast. Again, I mean, I could have done this in like 1 minute if I had ignored the hex test, right? If I had ignored this line, would have been pretty fast, because really it's just this with the radix of 16, and it does the work, okay? That leads to the question, did you find a different way? There are plenty of different ways. We could have done some fun math here. Lots of options, right? If you liked it, if you hated it, if you actually want to show me one of those other ways, hit me up in my comments. Otherwise, today this has been Hex to Decimal, and I will see you tomorrow.